maneuvering the veteran Piper Niven.
But Niven just that quickly turns.
WWE's rich history is filled with male superstars displaying their immense strength in the ring. Whether it be Hulk Hogan lifting up a 520-pound Andre the Giant for a body slam, or John Cena summoning his inner Hercules to lift both the Big Show and Edge on his shoulders at the same time. These incredible feats of strength have generally been associated with male performers over the years. However, there have been a few female wrestlers as well who have defied all odds with their brute power. The appearances of such female stars could be few and far between, but they have undeniably left a lasting impression on the business. Join us now as we take a look at 12 strongest WWE female wrestlers. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin.
Oh my God, look at the strength! Press slam! Chyna, press slamming!
Chyna. When it comes to core strength, very few female wrestlers come close to Chyna. Her supreme build and amazing power were something to behold. Fans were used to having male wrestlers having massive physiques, but the ninth wonder of the world was an outlier. She began her WWE career as a bodyguard for the legendary duo of Shawn Michaels and Triple H. During Chyna's time in WWE, she was regularly pitted against male competitors and, more often than not, came out on top. Her 2 reigns as the Intercontinental Champion, a men's title, speak volumes about her insane ability. But perhaps her most proud moment was when the former DX member became the first woman to ever compete in a men's Royal Rumble match, a groundbreaking moment in WWE history. She can be given the credit for breaking the glamorous mold of a women WWE performer while introducing a whole new perspective.
Spare!
Beth Phoenix. Another game changer in the WWE women's division was Beth Phoenix. Her immense frame and sheer muscle immediately set her apart from the rest of the female roster. The Glamazon set on a path of destruction during her run wherein she not only dominated her female peers, but also her male counterparts. I mean, who could ever forget her display of raw power when she body slammed Santino Marella, a wrestler who weighed more than 200 pounds? Or Phoenix competing in the men's Royal Rumble match in 2010, becoming only the second woman ever to enter the match after Chyna. She would go on to eliminate the gargantuan Great Khali from the match using her charm. Even after hanging up her wrestling boots, the 4-time women's champion proved that she hadn't lost her Midas touch. That became evident by her brutal powerbomb to Miz in 2022 in an intergender tag match, which also featured her husband, Edge, and Maurice. Phoenix's extraordinary heroics have undoubtedly cemented her legacy as one of the dominating women wrestlers to ever step in the WWE ring.
Set up by Bull Nakano! Oh, wow, what a pole driver that was!
Bull Nakano. After lighting up All Japan Women's Pro Wrestling for years, Bull Nakano entered the world of WWE in 1994. Although her stay in the company only lasted a year, she left an everlasting impression on fans. The Japanese wrestler was billed at 201 pounds, a weight that could put some male performers to shame. These numbers were unheard of for a woman superstar back then. It was so big a deal that it resulted in Nakano embarking on a women's champion run after defeating Alandra Blaze. What followed was an impressive 134-day reign before she lost out to the same opponent. A cocaine possession allegation led to WWE releasing her, ending her career in the company abruptly, leaving fans with the question, what could have been? Nevertheless, the Stanford-based company finally acknowledged Nakano's contributions to women's wrestling globally when they inducted her in the Hall of Fame class of 2024.
Oh no!
Kharma. Kharma is perhaps the least accomplished WWE wrestler on this list. What could go wrong when you are a woman wrestler weighing around 274 pounds? Bad booking, of course, and, lack of vision and storytelling. The company had a monstrous heel at its hands when it signed the heavyweight wrestler in 2010. Kharma was a seasoned pro in the industry and had made her name in Japan, independent circuit, as well as TNA. She was booked strongly during her early days with the company, as she would torment the former women's champions, including Michelle McCool. Kharma was even part of history during her short stint with the promotion, as she became only the third women wrestler to ever compete in a men's Royal Rumble match, forcing Michael Cole to eliminate himself from the match out of fear. The heavyweight wrestler also eliminated Hunico from the match. However, this proved to be her only match in a WWE ring, as she was released by the company in 2012.
Commentator, last time I checked, SmackDown was WWE. Why are you singing the ECW? Oh, look, there goes the
Jazz. It came as no surprise when WWE decided to sign Jazz after her stint in ECW. Owing to her massive frame and brute strength, she had all the features to succeed in the company. Jazz made her main roster debut in 2002 and immediately skyrocketed to the main event scene. She defeated an established performer, Trish Stratus, to capture her first women's title, and surprisingly, making an instant impact in the process. Jazz did not stop at that, as she challenged then hardcore champion Bubba Ray Dudley for his title. Although she came up short, her fearless attitude was on full display, as she wasn't afraid to go toe-to-toe with a male wrestler. Jazz had one more run as WWE Women's Champion, but was released from the company in 2004, but not before leaving her mark on the women's locker room.
And Reginald enjoying himself as well.
Tamina. Daughter of the legendary wrestler Jimmy Snuka, Tamina has been with WWE for more than a decade. Her 150-pound weight has ensured her domination of the women's division over the years. Tamina has feuded with some of the best women wrestling talents that ever competed in WWE. Names such as Beth Phoenix and AJ Lee have been her opponents and have been victims of her fury. Tamina has made various appearances in women's title matches as the challenger, but has come up short on each occasion. She is undoubtedly one of the strongest wrestlers ever to compete in the company, but the 46-year-old has failed to capitalize on her impressive physical attributes to gain consistent success in WWE. This meant that Tamina fell in the lower to mid-card ranking during her career. 9 reigns as 24/7 champion and a one-time tag title reign are her only tangible achievements in the promotion. Tamina continues to be a part of WWE even to this day.
Look, Ronda, a good man.
Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey is undoubtedly one of the most ruthless women wrestlers to enter the world of WWE in recent years. After dominating the Octagon for around 4 years, she set out to conquer the wrestling industry in 2018. Her arrival meant that neither the male roster nor the female division was safe from her wrath. Triple H quickly found that out when the baddest women on the planet effortlessly body slammed him in the middle of the ring. The UFC legend would not stop at that, as she was suspended in kayfabe after her vicious attack on Alexa Bliss and various officials, including Kurt Angle. This happened on an episode of Raw. So, Rousey would then set her sights on the Women's Championship and hold the strap on 3 different occasions. She would create history when she, along with Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch, became part of the first ever WrestleMania main event featuring only women competitors. The one-time UFC Bantamweight champion departed WWE in 2023 and is not on good terms with the company. However, the sheer impact she made during her time with the company cannot be understated.
Stopping Baszler right in her tracks. Look at the power of Flair.
Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair is arguably the greatest woman wrestler to ever grace the WWE. Her heroics have already cemented her legendary status, just like her father, Ric Flair. Standing at an impressive 5'10" tall and weighing more than 140 pounds, Flair has often had the size advantage over her opponents. She has backed it up with a whopping 14 women titles to her name. Messing with her surely lands people into trouble, as Dominic Mysterio would testify. The Queen slapped the taste out of the third-generation wrestler's mouth during an altercation that also involved Rhea Ripley. Flair's uniqueness comes from the fact that she is a combination of brute strength and perfect technical ability, a trait very uncommon in the wrestling industry and a prime reason for her greatness. The scary thing for the 38-year-old's opponents is that she is still going strong after years of graft. Flair is currently nursing a long-term leg injury and hopes to bounce back from it soon.
Ripley! Gallows into the post! Rhea Ripley's collecting!
Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley has had a meteoric rise in WWE at a young age. She made her main roster debut in 2021, and 3 years later, she is one of the biggest stars in the company. An imposing frame has largely contributed to her unprecedented success in such a short time. The Australians' association with the heel faction, Judgment Day, has helped her bring out her explosive best. Ripley can regularly be seen mocking male wrestlers' credentials on WWE programming. She has decimated the likes of Akira Tozawa, Matt Riddle, and Rey Mysterio, to name a few. Not only that, the Eradicator stunned the world when she easily body-slammed a heavyweight, Luke Gallows, at ringside. WWE has seldom had such a commanding women wrestler as part of their roster. Ripley reigned supreme in the women's division and had a year-long run as the women's champion. She looked set for a long haul until she was sidelined due to a shoulder injury and forced to relinquish her belt. Mommy will undoubtedly continue her dominance whenever she returns. Bianca Belair. Hailed as one of the best talents in WWE in recent years, Bianca Belair has certainly exceeded all expectations. She was an accomplished athlete even before joining the Stanford-based promotion. This is evident in Belair's agility and raw power and the squared circle. The ESD of WWE is never bogged down by any task at hand. Case in point, her lifting a 330-pound Otis on her shoulders as part of an endurance competition against Bayley in 2021. Belair had set the standards of the WWE Women's Division very high with her dazzling in-ring work. She is already a three-time Women's Champion and has conquered the 2021 Women's Royal Rumble match. I mean, achieving all this in just over 4 years on the main roster is no mean feat. But then again, the 35-year-old is no mean athlete either. Nia Jax. A member of the legendary Anoa'i family, Nia Jax has been on a path of destruction ever since her 2016 WWE main roster debut. Whether she's pitted against a male star or a female performer, the outcome almost certainly means curtains for her opponents. The irresistible force holds the unique record of appearing in both the men's and women's Royal Rumble matches on the same night in 2019. I mean, she even eliminated Mustafa Ali on the men's bout. Jax proved to be a tough nut to crack, as it took all the might of Rey Mysterio, Dolph Ziggler, and Randy Orton to eliminate her from the match. The 40-year-old even entered a feud with Dean Ambrose in 2019, viciously attacking the former Shield member. The two were supposed to have a string of matches later, but the plans got shelved. Jax has held the women's single title once, and the tag team gold twice. Her future seems bright, as the 240-pound wrestler is the new winner of the Queen of the Ring tournament. Jade Cargill. WWE secured the service of an absolute superstar when they managed to get the signature of Jade Cargill on the dotted line. Granted, it took some time to get into the groove as she got used to the company's way of ring work. But oh boy, Big Money Jade has come to her own ever since stepping inside the ropes in WWE. She has been booked strongly and displayed her immense strength during her matches. Cargill single-handedly destroyed Damage Control during their altercation, before going on to make short work of Kabuki Warriors, along with Bianca Belair, to capture the women's tag team gold. Anyway, the 31-year-old's brute strength was put to the test in her match against another heavyweight, Piper Niven. Cargill passed the test with flying colors as she defeated her opponent using her raw power. One can only imagine what the future holds for the supremely talented wrestler. WWE Women's Division would certainly be unnoticed as a storm is coming. Marvelous Verdict. These ladies have helped change the world's outlook towards the wrestling industry. They have proven that they can match their male counterparts in terms of strength display. Recent years have seen a rise in the number of female wrestlers who are not just eye candy, but also freaks of nature. This has helped in making the roster a level playing field, where not only the male performers, but also the female competitors are known for their strength. And if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks everyone.